Hi Sam. I'm glad you could join me today. We have an interesting word to explore.
Weit.
Hi Alex. What does
weit,
mean?
Weit.
Translates to far or wide in English. The most common meaning is far, especially when talking about distance.
That sounds straightforward. Are there any tricky parts with this word?
Yes, actually. You have to be careful because
Weit.
can be confused with the word wet in English, which is
Nass.
in German.
Got it. So how do I use
weit,
in sentences?
For starters, it's an adjective, so it doesn't change much in the present tense. You might say,
Der Weg ist weit.
which means the way is far. When it comes to the comparative form, you would say,
Weiter.
as in,
Der Weg ist weiter als der andere.
meaning the way is farther than the other. The superlative is,
Am weitesten.
like in,
Das ist der weitesten Weg.
meaning this is the farthest way.
That makes sense. How about past tenses?
In this case, we don't really use
Weit.
in the past tense since it's an adjective. But if we were to use a verb related to distance, like
Reisen.
meaning to travel, you could say,
Ich reiste weit.
for I traveled far. In the perfect, you could say,
Ich bin weit gereist.
meaning I have traveled far.
Where does the word
weit,
come from?
Weit.
Has its roots in Old High German,
Weite.
which means space or area. Over time, it evolved into the modern usage we have today.
That's fascinating.
It really is. The evolution of words often reflects changes in culture and society.
Can we break down?
weit,
Like Lego pieces.
Great idea. However,
Weit.
is a simple adjective and doesn't have separate parts like prefixes or suffixes. It stands alone, but you can think of it as embodying the concept of distance and space.
So, it doesn't have any compound forms.
Right, but we can create compounds with.
Weit.
For example,
Weitblick.
combines,
Weit.
and,
Blick.
meaning farsightedness or foresight.
Are there other words with similar patterns?
Yes. There are quite a few. For instance, with the same prefix.
weit,
We have,
weitläufig,
meaning extensive, and
weite,
meaning width.
What about other adjectives that might share similar characteristics?
Good question. You can also consider,
nass,
which means wet, and its comparative is,
nasser, trocken,
which means dry, and its comparative is.
trockener.
That's helpful.
Now let's practice using.
Weit,
In some real-life situations. Imagine you're giving directions.
Okay, what would I say?
You could start with,
gehen Sie weiter geradeaus.
meaning go straight ahead. Then you can add,
Der nächste Weg ist weit links.
meaning the next road is far left.
Gehen Sie weiter geradeaus. Der nächste Weg ist weit links.
Perfect. Now, let's say you're talking about a journey. You could say,
Ich muss weit reisen.
meaning I have to travel far.
Ich muss weit reisen.
Great job. Lastly, if you want to describe an event, you might say,
Die Veranstaltung ist weit weg.
meaning the event is far away.
Die Veranstaltung ist weit weg.
Awesome.
Is there a way to remember that?
Weit.
Is masculine or feminine?
Since
Weit,
is an adjective, it doesn't have a gender. But if we look at the noun,
weite,
which means width or extent, it's feminine, and it ends in.
That's a good hint.
Now, about usage notes.
weit,
Is typically used in informal and formal settings. You might hear phrases like,
weit entfernt,
meaning far away, or
weit verbreitet.
meaning widely spread.
Are there any commonly confused words?
Yes, watch out for,
Nass,
meaning wet, and
weit,
meaning far. They can trip you up.
Could you give me some example sentences with?
Weit.
Sure. For example,
die Straße ist weit.
means the street is wide. Or,
Ich bin weit gegangen.
meaning I have walked far.
What about questions?
You could ask,
Wie weit ist es bis zur Stadt?
which means how far is it to the city?
That's useful.
Let's do a quick recall check. What does
Weit,
mean?
It means far or wide.
Good. How do you say the way is far in German?
Der Weg ist weit.
Excellent. What's the comparative form of
weit,
Weiter.
correct? Now, can you give me a sentence using
weit,
in the past?
Ich bin weit gegangen.
Perfect. Last question, what is a similar word to?
weit,
Maybe.
Weitblick.
Exactly. You did really well, Sam. To wrap it up, today we explored the word,
weit,
meaning far or wide. Remember the different contexts where you can use it. Keep practicing, and you'll master it in no time.
Thanks, Alex. I learned a lot today.